The unexpected history of sleep and dreams. Have you ever wondered why we dream? What do our dreams really tell us about ourselves? When I first asked those questions, I assumed dreams were nothing more than random nighttime noise, until I stumbled onto an astonishing fact. In ancient Egypt, sleep was believed to be a nightly voyage through the underworld. That discovery sent me down a rabbit hole of dusty papyri, medieval bestiaries, laboratory logs, and MRI scans. The journey revealed a story far richer and stranger than I ever imagined, a story that begins with mythic gods and ends with microvolts flickering across a sleeping brain. Below is the surprisingly twisty chronology of how humans have tried to make sense of the 8 hours we spend lying still, eyes shut, minds roaming. Night as a cosmic portal, prehistory to classical antiquity. Cave paintings and shamanic trances, 30,000 BCE. Paleolithic art often depicts half-human, half-animal figures. Anthropologists speculate that early shamans interpreted vivid dream images as spiritual journeys, using them to guide hunting rites and tribal law. Sleep itself was treated not as rest, but as a doorway to other realms, an idea that will echo through every era that follows. Mesopotamia and the first dream dictionaries, 2100 BCE. A people of Gilgamesh preserves one of the earliest written dream interpretations. Clay tablets list omens. If a man dreams of falling, misfortune will follow. If he sees a river, prosperity is near. Priests doubled as dream analysts, advising kings on whether to wage war or plant barley. Egypt, nightly excursions to the Duat, 1550 BCE. Egyptians believed the Ba, a bird-shaped soul, left the body during sleep to navigate the underworld Duat. In the Chester Beatty Papyrus, physicians prescribe incense blends to induce good dreams, merging medicine with magic. Greece and Rome, from prophecy to philosophy, 600 BCE, 200 CE. At the healing temples of Asclepius, pilgrims slept on stone benches, hoping divine dream messages would diagnose ailments. Hippocrates and later Galen shifted focus from gods to biology, suggesting diet, breathing, and brain vapors influence dreams. Aristotle's treatise on sleep and sleeplessness frames dreaming as a natural, sense-based process, an early hint of secular science. Shadows and Angels, the Middle Ages. Christian Europe, divine letters or demonic tricks. Augustine argued that some dreams were direct epistles from God, others snares laid by Satan. The faithful learned to sort angelic from diabolical imagery. Monastic manuals advise nocturnal prayer cycles to stave off lustful dream visitations, evidence that REM sleep behavior disorder was hardly the only thing keeping medieval monks awake. Islamic Golden Age, 8th, 13th century. Baghdad's polymath Ibn Sirin compiled an encyclopedia of one-color dream symbols, blending Quranic exegesis with Greek ideas. Physicians like Avicenna classified sleep stages, noting light sleep with quick visions versus deep sleep without remembrance, precursors to REM and REM distinctions. East and South Asia. In Chinese Taoism, Zhuangzi's butterfly dream raises the classic riddle: am I a man dreaming I'm a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming I'm a man? Indian yogic texts treat lucid dreaming as a trainable skill, yoga nidra, anticipating modern biofeedback experiments by 2 millennia. The Age of Reason, yet Restless Nights, 17th to 19th century. Mechanical Man and the Animal Spirits. Descartes likens the body to automata. Dreams, he says, prove the mind can exist without sensory input. Physicians still cling to humoral theory. Too much black bile, melancholy, spawns nightmares. Opium calms them. Industrial insomnia. Gaslight and factory whistles dislocate natural sleep timing. Second sleep. The midnight interlude when pre-industrial people woke to read, pray, or quietly socialize, fades from diaries. Cheap pocket watches transform the bedroom into a battleground between the body's circadian drift and the clock's metallic tick. Victorian dream science. Alfred Maury, tracks stimuli that bleed into his dreams. When a bedboard slips, he dreams of guillotines. His experiments seed the idea that external cues shape dream plots. Meanwhile, spiritualists host sleeping mediums who channel departed souls, a reminder that belief in dream as portal never fully disappears. Freud, The Talking Cure, and the Birth of Modern Dream Theory, 1899. When Sigmund Freud published Die Traumdeutung, The Interpretation of Dreams, he detonated two bombshell ideas. Dreams are wish fulfillment, disguised outlets for repressed desires. They obey their own syntax, condensation displacement, a grammar that can be decoded to reveal the unconscious. Though many Freudian specifics have crumbled, his assertion that dreams carry psychological meaning rebooted both psychiatry and popular culture. Suddenly, everyone kept dream journals. Hollywood screenwriters mined symbol lists. Ads sold Freud pillows, electric sleep, REM, EEGs, and neurochemical voyages, 1950 to 1990. Discovery of REM, 1953. Eugene Aserinsky and Nathaniel Kleitman attach electrodes to sleeping graduate students and watch pens twitch across rolling paper. Every 90 minutes, the eyes flick beneath lids. The brain lights up. Surprise! These REM bursts map closely to vivid dreaming. The Activation Synthesis Model, 1977. Hobson and McCarley argue that dreams are the cortex's frantic effort to make sense of random brainstem firing. Less prophecy, more improv theater. So, critics counter. Even if random seeds spark the play, personal memories still shape the script. The ancient tension between biology and meaning remains. Chronobiology and sleep architecture. Researchers decode the circadian clock gene PIR in fruit flies, then in humans. Sleep is recast as an active housekeeping shift. Neurons prune unused synapses, glymphatic channels flush out beta amyloid, linking poor sleep to Alzheimer's risk. Digital dreams, the 21st century and beyond. fMRI, dream reading, 1913. Japanese scientists use machine learning to predict whether subjects are seeing cars or keys in dreams, based on real-time brain patterns, hinting at rudimentary dream playback. Lucid dream hacking. Wearable headbands deliver precisely timed vibrations or lights to trigger self-awareness inside REM. TikTokers swap tips. DARPA quietly funds military napping studies. Cultural persistence. Despite gadgets, modern dream reports remain filled with teeth falling out, flying over rooftops, or meeting deceased relatives. Motifs unchanged since Sumerian tablets. What we know and still don't. Why we sleep. Consensus favors multiple overlapping jobs: memory consolidation, metabolic cleanup, immune regulation, emotional calibration. Why we dream. Theories diverge. Some see pure neural noise, others an overnight therapy session, still others a rehearsal stage for social threats. 1145, universal versus personal. While dream themes are strikingly cross-cultural, individual meaning remains idiosyncratic. Your elevator freefall nightmare may signal stress at midnight, bringing it back to you and me. Remember my early assumption that dreams were just mental junk? Since learning this history, I treat each morning's fragment, whether it's a talking raven or a lost subway station, as part of a 40,000-year conversation humanity is having with itself. Tonight, when you drift off, you're not merely switching off. You're stepping into a tradition that links Paleolithic shamans, Egyptian priests, medieval theologians, Freudian analysins, and neuroscience PhDs. So the next time you bolt awake from a bizarre tableau, ask yourself, what would an Asclepian priest make of it? How might Freud decode the symbolism? And what pattern of spikes and waves lit up your cortex as the scene unfolded? In pondering those layers, mythic, psychological, biological, you'll be honoring the full, unexpected history of sleep and dreams. Pleasant voyages tonight.